I'm Sean with Medieval Collectibles, and we're looking at the iconic sword of ancient Rome's many warriors, the Gladius. Specifically, we're talking about our Roman Gladius Sword, as made by Legacy Arms. Before we get into the specifics though, let's talk a bit about the Gladius and its history. The Gladius, for those who don't know Roman history, is a short-bladed sword historically no longer than 27 inches. As a weapon, it was originally intended for stabbing and thrusting attacks, yet its form gave it plenty of utility and versatility, as it was capable of delivering brutal cutting, slashing, and chopping attacks with ease as well. Interestingly enough, despite being considered the primary weapon of the Roman soldier, the Gladius was not a Roman invention. In fact, it was first adopted by the Romans during 3rd century BC during the conquest of Hispania, which means the very first Gladius swords were actually wielded by the Celtiberian people. Despite the Celtiberian origin, the Gladius quickly became a core component of the Roman soldier's arsenal. In fact, when Gaius Marius issued his military reforms in 107 BC, one of his many changes was that each Roman soldier would be issued a uniform equipment kit. In that kit, his arms included a shield, 1 or 2 javelins, and of course, the Gladius. There are historically 4 different types of Gladius. The first was the sword that the Romans adopted from the Celtiberians. This sword effectively inspired the later 3, which are recognized by most historians as subtypes of the Gladius. The first, the proto-Gladius the Romans adopted, was the Gladius Hispaniensis, while the 3 used by Rome later were the Mainz Gladius, the Fulham Gladius, and the Pompeii Gladius. This particular model is a Pompeii-style Gladius, as evidenced by the straight edges and the triangular tip. It's named after the famous town, due to 4 historical examples of the sword being found there. This style was by far the most popular among Roman fighters and soldiers, and it's not hard to see why, as this Roman Gladius sword is a beauty to handle and to wield. This Gladius has an overall length of about 29 inches. The blade is hand forged. It is made from 5160 high carbon spring steel. 5160 is a low chromium alloy steel that's made with a mixture of chromium and a little bit of silicon. The result is a steel that's extremely tough and durable and much loved by many swordsmiths. It's sharp and double-edged, as you can see here. It has no fuller, but it does have a strong central ridge to ensure a good thrust. The hilt of the Gladius is often called a capulus. In Roman days, this would have been highly ornate, especially for those who had position. The guard and pommel are both made from hardwood and feature the iconic shape of a Gladius sword. The handle is also constructed from hardwood, and it's made very well. There's no rattle. It's very durable. Both the guard and the handle are also fitted with polished steel spacers, which add a bit of durability to the handle as well. The handle is also ribbed, so it fits very nicely into the hand. It is very rounded though, which does mean if you're not familiar with it, it does have a tendency to rotate in your grip when you're swinging it. Despite that, it does feel comfortable in the hand, and once you've had a good few swings off of it, it starts to feel more natural and very comfortable. As far as how this sword behaves when wielded, it's very light, weighing just in at about 1.5 pounds. It's very responsive and with a lot of, we'll say, pep when it comes to a good swing. Now let's talk about the point of balance as well as the point of percussion. Given its short length, the Gladius technically has a point of percussion, but they tend to be a bit more forgiving. You can see when I take the sword like this, and I give it a few good impacts, there's not a lot of wobble to the sword. It does have a sweet spot that's located right about here, where the blade transitions into the triangular point, but for the most part, the stiff central spine of the blade ensures a strong design that's good for cutting along most of the edge. As far as the point of balance goes, it's about 5 inches up from the guard, right about there. This Gladius sword also includes a scabbard. It's made from wood, wrapped in black leather, with steel fittings at the throat and tip. It has a nice, good, solid fit, secures the sword when it's not in use, and the Gladius won't fall out whenever it's being transported around either. which is good for keeping your sword safe and secure when it's not in use. Hopefully we've been able to educate you a bit about the Gladius history, as well as about this, our Roman Gladius sword as made by Legacy Arms. If you're looking to pick up a sword for your own Roman reenactments, or for some cutting drills, this is an excellent blade to consider. We'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe, and comments as always are welcome below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.